Hello, I am nice and comfy in my living room off my chair and my hot bed, and I'm Willow. How are ya? I just had a shower. I just had a shower. Got my gym jams on. I've got a big old cup of tea. We're doing Tea Tuesday. Have whatever you like to drink or not. It always helps me to have a drink around. I get a dry throat. So Tea Tuesday is hosted by Kathy's Favorite Things and Life with Patty. They're besties, and you can drink whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I would like to set the tone. Okay, how about this? How about you get a drink of whatever, and put your feet up, sip your favorite whatever it is, and let's get to it. This is from The Chosen. If you haven't seen the movie, it's a series. I really encourage you to start. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's not preachy, it's just really cool. Day 2 is called Delivered. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer. 2 Samuel 22, verse 2. Now, if you know me at all from my videos or sharing, I've been delivered of witchcraft, of all kinds of things. And I can tell you that this is really, really personal to me. And I'm so honored that I can read it to you. So please forgive all the mistakes and just get the message. We've all been delivered from things. Our mothers delivered us in the womb. God's explanation delivered us from confusion. Time delivers us from our past. It is a continual process, deliverance. It comes in all shapes, forms, and ranges, and significant events to familiar moments that slip by quietly. Mary Magdalene knew this quite well. First, she was delivered from 7 demons. Then, over a course of Jesus' 3 years of ministry, she was delivered from everything she thought she knew. Mary went from being constantly tormented by darkness, Luke 8, verse 2, to being a regularly enlightened by the light of the world, Jesus, or if you want to call him Yeshua, that's the Hebrew name. The sparse details about her life prior to Christ only serves to emphasize her deliverance, meaning that become Jesus delivered her from death, she followed him to his. Mary Magdalene was one of those few with Jesus until the very end. Familiarity developed over the 3-year span of ministry. She knew his voice and his laugh. She listened intently to his teachings. Some of his words she could process intimately, and some she failed to fully comprehend. She marveled at Jesus' compassion for the suffering. She became fiercely loyal to the one who healed the oppressed and set captives free. Each subsequent miracle substantiated what she knew the moment she experienced her own. He was the Messiah. He is the Messiah. Jesus was arrested. The disciples scattered, and Mary found herself standing at the foot of the cross with a woman who delivered the Messiah into the world. After his crucifixion, Mary Magdalene went to the tomb and saw the stone had been rolled away. Jesus, or Yeshua, the Messiah, had delivered, taught, and our teacher and friend was not there. The Gospels had very varying accounts of what happens next. Luke 24 says she was reminded of what Jesus had told her in Galilee. The Son of Man must be delivered over to the hands of sinners, to be crucified, and on the 3rd day be raised. The early words eluded her before, but now she remembered and understood he too was delivered. After the ultimate sacrifice, the resurrected Christ appeared to the first devoted woman we know of so little about. But Jesus knew her. He knew exactly what he had delivered her from and for. And while standing in front of the empty tomb, Jesus told her it was her turn. Mary Magdalene will be the first to deliver the single most important message into human history. He has risen. The prayer focus, if you choose to do it, it's up to you. Thank God for the fact that his deliverance allowed for yours, and ask him for guidance in delivering the news to others. And there's a little part here, it's called Moving Forward. Describe what Christ has delivered you from. Well, I said transparency was my one of my new words this year. Focus is, but transparency is as well. Jesus has delivered me from witchcraft. He has delivered me from all depths of it. The enemy had a real hand in my life, and I definitely had generational curses and demons attached to my life. And I have been, praise God, I have been delivered from all of that. I still sin. I'm not perfect. But that, I know, is something that's not coming up in my future. In what ways can you identify with Mary Magdalene? Oh, let me count the ways. Well, Mary's a woman. She's a woman. Mary's confused, very confused. She didn't follow Jesus. She followed the world. She was part of the world. You know, I think Mary tried to follow what she knew. Being Jewish, she tried to follow what she knew, but always fell back. And I know that for myself, I was backslidden all the time. And I think in that way I can really identify with her. Mary, once she knew Christ, never turned back. And once she was delivered, I should say that, once Mary was delivered from the demons and her past with demons, never turned back. And I know for myself, I'll never turn back. In that way, I can identify with Mary Magdalene. And what role has Christ delivered you for? What role? Wow. The testimony that Jesus has given me is the one of love. It's the one of forgiveness. My story is all over YouTube in various ways, from other creators, from other interpreters, and I know that Christ is my judge, and yeah, he's delivered me from caring what people think. I used to care. I just don't. I care what he feels and what he thinks. So I'm really grateful for this, because this holds me accountable, and accountability is a big part of my life. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. There goes my stomach. It's time for dinner. Bye.